Hello out there to all my YouTube subscribers. It is Dungeon Master Mark again. To start off with, I actually needed to give a real quick shout out to my local friendly gaming store, Gateway Games and More. I actually stopped up last night, and the owner and his wife actually were nice enough to. I gave evidently they got a trade in for someone, and what included was these 1992, 1993, and a 1994. There's a little glare there. Calendar for the Dragonlance, which, like I said, these were never used or anything. Like I said, all the original artwork. Which anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge Dragonlance fan. It was always my favorite campaign. There's actually some slips in there from the original campaign there. Like I said, all the original artwork in that, which is just gorgeous. And like I said, these were never used or written on or anything, so it looks like someone just kind of got these and stuck them up on a shelf and kind of forgot about them. Which, like I said, I have a huge Dragonlance collection. I have all of the novels ever made, a lot of the pewter figurines and the books, things of that nature. So I love these. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put those down in what my wife calls my nerd cave, so I can put those up. Real quick update though. I've been kind of revising my rules a little bit for the arena combat we're going to be having on April the 15th at Gateway Games here in Cincinnati. I went ahead and picked up actually a couple other miniatures last night that I wanted to kind of add to my arena combat. One thing I want to have is some type of combat with what's called the salad, or as my son calls them, the green salad, the blue salad. But say these are the, I believe those are trolls, not trolls, CHRAALs, the DDM miniatures, which I was going to use those for the blue slot, and then one of the green slot there to be their main battle person there. And like I said, the good thing about the green slot, of course, they had a lot of different really interesting abilities. They had the at will, the Chaos Hammer, protection from law, see invisibility, shatter, and then they also had the deeper darkness and fireball and fear, which I believe the fear and the deeper darkness and the fireball were 3 times a day. So this should be really interesting, especially for certain types like paladins, things of that nature. And then these guys will be a little bit more like cannon fodder. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure how we'll do those. Maybe that group of 4 versus either 2 or 3 of the PCs. I did want to have a couple swarms, which these are actually, I believe that's the Rut Grub swarm for the DDN line, which I was thinking about using these for just like a leech swarm or something similar to that for a particular nasty combination I want to see. We have the Canolith, which I was thinking about using that just for a Intellectivore or something similar, not exactly sure. And then the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, the War Apes, which I think I'm going to use those for some dire apes or fiendish apes, which I actually have about 3 other ones of those. So I actually want to make a kind of interesting combat with those, preferably for like some type of barbarianish, some kind of encounter, something like some type of really beefy barbarian, because they naturally have the ability there for the fearless and the, I believe it was called the natural soul. So that should be an interesting encounter. Like I said, a couple of those versus large barbarian. Something a little bit different. That is the miniature there for the Greater Barghest, which was a evil outsider. A couple different weird abilities the Barghest had was the at-will invisibility spear and mass bull strength. So the good thing about him, like I said, he could be a leader for like a small group of kobolds or goblins, something similar, since that's who they generally run with. So the detail on him is fairly good. Like I said, a lot of the DDM miniatures I'm not really that excited about. This was a fairly decent one, so I was kind of happy to see him at the store last night. So yeah, so that's just one idea for an encounter. And then the next thing was something my son is excited about. A lion combat encounter. Now this is actually one of my metal miniatures I already had for a male lion, which is a pretty nice miniature. But this was, I believe they call this like the something like Celestial Hunter or something like that, but I think we're going to use that for a fiendish lion. Because I absolutely love the look of him. Like I said, the spikes on the arms that are kind of silly, but definitely ferocious looking. So, like I said, I would definitely want to have a combat with like a Lion Pride against a couple PCs. Of course, we have the Guinevere figure there we can always throw in. But like I said, the great thing about lions, you know, you have a massive amount of attacks, decent damage, but it's mostly just the amount of attacks they have. So, especially against armored opponents, like I said, they may not get that first or second hit, but it's just the amount of hits that they can get into that combat there is what really matters. But like I said, that's just kind of a quick sneak peek of a couple of the encounters I'm thinking about for the arena. Especially as you use my YouTube viewers, if you guys have any really good ideas for combats, like I said, I believe all the characters are going to be level 10. I'm going to leave pretty much any race and any type of class open. The only thing we're going to do, we're not going to have a lot of magical items and stuff like that in the arena, because that would just be kind of silly and it'd be kind of out of hand. But like I said, I'm going to allow summoners and things of the nature, but there's going to be some special rules for classes like that. I mean, obviously I'm not going to let someone have a master summoner and just summon 20 things all at once, because that would get a little out of hand. But like I said, it's going to be level 10 characters. We're going to do one-on-one, 2 versus 2 combat, characters versus monster combat, perhaps even a monster versus monster, if there's some type of encounter someone particularly wants to see. Like I said, if someone wants to see like a hill giant versus a frost giant, something of that nature, I'm totally okay with that. Like I said, and then I'm also going to let people, if they want to bring their own miniatures, if someone wants to battle like their group of monsters versus someone else, that's cool too. But if you guys have any comments, any feedback, or if there's anything you guys particularly want to see in the arena combat, please let me know by all means. Like I said, I'll try to squeeze it in. I'll try to get video of it for you guys. But thanks for watching. You guys have a nice day.